Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs, and welcome back to Red Dead Redemption 2. Today we're back playing single player, and we're gonna have a little bit of an experiment. There's the male and female Hermit, and a lot of us have been curious what would happen if these two were to meet. Now, I have a feeling at some point in time, both of these characters had something to do with each other, because for those of you that don't know, each of them has a half of the Ottis Miller Treasure Map. Now, why would each of these hermits have a piece of this map? You know, were they a couple at some point before and there was some kind of rift between the two of them that caused them to both be hermits out in the middle of nowhere? Today we're going to see if anything interesting happens when we make these two meet. I also kind of feel like maybe going back and seeing if they are basically here in the online mode, and maybe they'll be together in online. I have no idea, but it's something I want to check out. And now that I think about it, online does take place before the story, so it's completely possible that they could be a happy couple in online. Oh, okay, get him. Now to do this, we just got to make sure to take this guy alive. Now, there's a little bit of an issue here where the female hermit has dogs. Now, I don't know if that's going to make this more difficult, but if it raises an issue, maybe we have to take the female to the male. I have no idea, but I am interested to see if they are perhaps a couple in online. Now, if you don't know where this location is, you can also get a rare shotgun here, and this is Manito Glade, just northeast of Annisburg. And then we need to go all the way over here somewhere, basically up here, to find the female hermit. So we're going to drag him pretty much all the way across the map and see what happens. Hope you all enjoy the episode. There's still a lot of things to do in single player. We've got a couple more bounty hunts, I believe. We've got secrets to be had and interactions with a lot of the NPCs we haven't really done before, so I'm going to be covering a lot of this while covering updates for online, and anything interesting there that I find as far as finding money goes. I'll be making sure to update you all with the best methods that I can find for doing pretty much anything in online. Hopefully we'll get a lot more content soon. We know we've got an update this week as far as balances and fixing some of the server issues, which is a welcome reprieve, because last night was pretty rough with these server disconnects. And then next week, hopefully, we're getting new content. That was the planned update, and I have a feeling we're going to be getting some new content in that particular update, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping they add either the full bounty system or heists and or robberies. One of the two would be fine, but definitely looking forward to seeing what kind of content we get in the future in online. Go away! There's nothing to see here! Oh, come on. Stupid train made me get a bounty. We're just gonna run through the entire town with this guy kidnapped. Nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen. There's just a man tied on the back of the horse. This is like an everyday occurrence. How do you not know? How do you know it's not a bounty, right? Just assuming the worst. I mean, that's a pretty safe bet with me, but regardless, they don't know what's going on here. So I'm only getting a little bit of a bounty in pretty much every state in the area. A little bit of a disaster. This guy hasn't talked much, although he did whine about this being a travesty. And but otherwise, he hasn't really said anything. But I am genuinely curious. I have a feeling at some point in time, these two were a couple. I mean, it makes sense. They each have a piece of the map. But I really hope that Rockstar added a little bit more detail, and something weird is going to happen when we take the male there. I have a feeling we might need to take the female to the male, mainly because of the dog issue, but we're going to find out one way or another. Well, we're about halfway there. We got attacked by O'Driscolls. Haven't gotten a bounty in Valentine yet. Oh, geez. This is happening over here. This is one of the event areas, and I believe this is O'Driscoll's attacking this poor guy's, you know, efforts to build his house. Get him. I think if we, I don't know what happens if we don't help him. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think we have to talk to him after this to get, you know, this whole event to trigger. They get him? There he is. Nothing like shutting somebody up before they say something stupid. Hopefully that event continues without me having to actually interact with the NPC. I suppose we'll find out. Well, this is something I've never seen before. Huh. Just a random little chimney here. Is there anything inside of this? This whole area looks a little jacked up. Is there anything inside of you? Can't get any closer. There we go. Oh, that would have been prime spot for putting something inside of this. Where is this? I'm gonna have to come back here and see if there's any other secrets to be had here. It's just northwest of Wallace Station. Huh. Definitely feels like there should be something here.
All right, boy.
Well, we're almost to the female hermit. Not too much farther to go. I'm pretty sure I just heard a bear. I do not have the energy for a bear attack right now. Oh, no. All right, well, we're coming up on her. I do have a feeling... Well, the dogs are obviously going to attack, and I imagine she's going to be pretty upset about the dogs being murdered, because that's what's going to happen here. Is she up in here? I think, yeah, there we go. So this is the female hermits. Now, this is where you'll get the other piece of the Ottis Miller Treasure Map if you haven't gotten it before. And as we approach, the dogs should come out. But maybe since we've got her boyfriend, they won't? I still hear the dogs. She's there. I'm getting out. I'm not gonna come in real quick. We're gonna go in slow and see what happens. So she definitely seems a little bit older than this guy. Maybe it's his mom. Wouldn't that be interesting? I'm bringing you a present. Uh-oh. I've never had that much of an interaction with her before. Wait, hold on. No dogs! Bad dogs! I thought I killed you already. Alright, maybe what we need to do is tie her up and put them next to each other.
Get on there.
She's very mad about the dogs being murdered. I've never had this long of an interaction with her before. Oh, she's got a humpback, too. I never noticed that. All right, you hang out here. I'm pretty sure I'm bringing you a friend. So you shouldn't be upset. All right, now let's bring the other guy in.
I'll come back for you.
I wonder how good she is at escaping being hogtied. Oh, that poor dog just looks like he's sitting there. That's pretty sad. All right, here. I brought you somebody. 2 hermits in a pile. You guys want to talk? Want to interact? Something? Maybe put them face to face. Oh, wow. I've never actually, like, looked up close to her before. She's got, like, some deformities. Or she's super old. Here, can you turn over, maybe? Your face is, like, fusing through the ground. So as far as the dialogue available, it does seem like they might not have anything to say to each other. Wait a second. I just dropped the other guy in here and he disappeared. What? It's like a black hole right there. I put him in the house thinking maybe something would happen and he 100% disappeared. That's so weird. I didn't know you could actually inspect this either. So let's read this. I think I may have met a witch or a woman who wanted to be one. Oh? I wonder if this has something to do with the witch's brew. What would happen if I drank the witch's brew and then came down here? It's kind of far away. What does she got on her?
You don't mind, do you?
Did I not get anything from looting her? Why does it seem like she's a witch, though? I don't see anything in here other than the fact that she's very angry and kind of looks like a witch. But aside from that, there's no real hints of her being one. It is strange that when I dropped him in here, he disappeared. Very strange indeed. There's another dead dog up here. Or no, what is that? A rotten raccoon. Just killing raccoons up in here. So I'm working on bringing the female hermit over to the male now, just to see if anything different happens. But knowing that she seems to be some kind of witch now, I'm curious if she's tied to the witch's brew, but also maybe they weren't a couple in the past, but perhaps she put maybe a curse on the other hermit, and that has caused him to, to become a hermit. He seems a well-kept guy, or maybe the curse is the reason for him becoming a hermit. I'm not 100% sure, but something seems to have happened between these two. They both have a half of the Ottis Miller's treasure map. They have to be connected in some way, but there does not seem to be any dialogue. But if she does happen to be a witch, perhaps she just didn't like him. But you'd think there'd be some audio there. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Why do you think they each have a half of the Ottis Miller's treasure map, and the implications of her possibly being a witch? Do you think she has something to do with the witch's cauldron just above the grizzlies? Or do you think perhaps she put a spell on him and stole half of the treasure map when they got in a fight or something like that, and that's the connection between the two of them? I'm curious to know what you guys think, but that's kind of what I'm leading towards, that they had met at some point in the past, maybe when the male hermit was hunting down the treasure, and they met and she put some kind of curse on him, and some form of tussle, they ripped the map in half and each ended up with half of this map and secluded in their own little hermit shack on each side of the map. Well, it took me 5 attempts to finally get her here. This video is going to be releasing super late. Every time she somehow died, whether autopiloted me into something that caused her to die, or I got ambushed, or something stupid happened. The horse tripped over like an invisible rock and pretty much launched her off a cliff. I wish I had recorded that because it was hilarious, but also terrible. Can I hitch the horse up right here? There we go. I don't want her to run away. Now, I would like to see what happens if I bring her up to him, but I think what we're going to do is maybe cut them, lasso him and then cut him free. Cut them both free and then see what happens from there. I'm not going away. Get him. There we go. Now, I'm not going to drop her into his house because last time I did that with him, it completely glitched it out. But I'm wondering if maybe we untie her, and I'm curious if she did actually curse him or something like that, and they got in a fight. Maybe he'll be happy when I murder her in front of him or something. I'm curious. All right, so let's see what happens here. We got the two hermits. They're not talking, but I'm going to cut her free.
Count yourself.
There we go. And then I'm going to cut him free and see what happens. Maybe they'll fight each other. I don't know.
Get the hell out.
Oh, jeez. Bad, old lady. Bad. Where are you going? Okay, nope. They're both just going to fight me. Okay. I got riggedy wrecked. Oh, that sucked. It would have been great if they just fought each other instead. But, I am curious to know their backstory and why they each have a piece of the Ottis Miller's treasure map. Maybe we'll never know, but I do want to check online and perhaps see if maybe they're together. I don't think they are, but you never know. We hopped in online. We're about to reach the Hermit's shack. Most of the NPCs that resided in these places that I've seen online so far aren't actually here. Oh, interesting. This is... Okay, so it still says no trespassing here. Oh, what the... Freaking house deer. This place is... Deer live here, which is even weirder. But he is definitely does not seem to be here. No trespassing. All right. Yeah, so he's not here. I'm curious to see if there's anything actually in this house, though. Nothing. We got some premium cigarettes. Some oats in there. I don't think there's really going to be anything to loot in this particular spot here. Wonder if... Is this lootable? Never really noticed his nice little bookshelf there before. But yeah, so they're not together. It would have been a really cool, like, Easter egg to have seen them together here with like the full Ottis Miller treasure map like on the table or something. I don't know. Would have been interesting. Or even just to have him here with the full Ottis Miller treasure map. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Unfortunately, nothing did happen, but we can theorize on a few things. Obviously, they must have known each other at some point. What do you think happened? Since she's a witch, do you think that she put a spell on him while he was trying to find the Ottis Miller's treasure? And they got in a fight, and that's how the map got ripped, and how they each came upon having one half of this map. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. There are still deer out here. What are they doing in here? Oh, it's a freaking bear! Oh, get out of here, bear! God. A deer and a bear all up in here. That's just strange.